We just grunted a giant and shot him. We just grunted a giant and shot him. Are you kidding me? You smoked him.
First official public land bow buck out of the saddle right here. What is going on, guys? So I just got off work and I am headed home. It is November the 21st. I'm gonna be off work for the next 10 days. So me and my brother are gonna head out to Oklahoma for the weekend, do a 3-day little hunting trip out there. So he gets off work here in about an hour. He lives out in North Dallas area, but he's gonna be heading my way. So gotta hurry up, get home. Got a couple hours to get everything packed up, get ready to go. So should be a good weekend. Got a little cold front that's coming through this evening. Supposed to get down to like 35 in the morning, so hopefully that gets the deer up and moving. This is only our second time to hunt on the new lease in Oklahoma, but this will be some good weather. We've had a couple of decent deer here in the last week or two out there, so looking forward to getting out there, get some sits in. We're still kind of getting to know the lease, trying to figure out where the deer are moving, how they're moving through the area, but it's a little bit different from what I'm used to. We've always hunted bottomlands all of our lives, so this is kind of up in the mountains, so this is going to be, it's been an adventure so far, but should be a good weekend. Like I said, got a cold front coming through. It's going to be the coldest that it has been since I've hunted this deer season. It's been pretty hot for most of this year. So we'll see what happens. Looking forward to it. Should be a good time. We'll bring you along for the trip.
So it is November the 22nd, and I'm in Oklahoma. Me and my brother made a little trip down here. This is going to be the first day of 3 days that we'll be out here. So we just got up in the tree just a little bit ago, let things kind of settle down. And it's pretty cold this morning. This is the coldest it's been that we've hunted this year. It was down to like 35. So hopefully the deer are going to be up and moving. I'm sitting in a new spot. I have never sat here before. I put a camera up here 2 weeks ago when I scouted it when we were out here hunting last time. I got a couple nice bucks on it since then, but nothing really good in the last, probably the last 7 or 8 days. I haven't had anything very good. Just some small bucks here and there. But I feel like it's a pretty good area. I've got a lot of cover back here on either side of me where I'm pretty sure they're bedding down. And I'm kind of down here in a ravine. So I can see probably 40 yards maybe in almost any direction. But it's thick in here. There's a lot of brush everywhere. But anyway, I feel pretty good about the day. I'd be surprised if we don't at least see something. Hopefully this cold weather gets the bucks up and moving. It's been pretty slow this year with how hot it's been. They were chasing pretty hard earlier this week, but I've been in school for work and I couldn't take off to get out here. But we got 3 days to sit out here, so hopefully something good happens. Like I said, I feel pretty good about today. This is the coldest it's been that we've hunted, so we'll sit here for a while and see what happens.
freaking go. Oh my goodness, I cannot believe that. Oh, dude. He came in. I could hear him grunting up the hill. I don't know if you can hear it on the video or not. But that doe started coming behind me, and I could hear him grunting up the hill. Those other does had spooked up there. So at first I thought it was a doe, but then I heard the grunt, and I was like, man, that might be a buck. So I started getting my bow ready and everything. He started coming in. He came in right where I would have liked him to, coming from that direction. He stayed in the brush, so he got really close before I could see him real good. I could just see he was a decent buck through all the brush. But he came straight in. I mean, that couldn't have been 5 yards. He was right underneath me. So I guess that's a good lesson to learn, that when it's cold and you got a lot of layers on, you might want to practice drawing your bow with extra clothing on, because when he was at 5 yards sitting there staring at me, I was having a hard time getting my bow drawn. But he ended up spooking. I mean, you saw, ran 20 yards, and I thought he was done for. He's sitting there staring at me, and I was just trying to sit as still as I could. I don't think he quite knew what I was. But I started circling around, grunting at him, and I had one little window, and I had already ranged a little tree kind of that direction, and I knew that the little tree was 30 yards, and or 25 yards, sorry. And so I was panicking because he was, going away from me. So I was trying to find where that tree was at, trying to find that spot to see how far he was, because I wasn't really sure. I was guessing him to be about 30 yards. And I don't have a 30-yard pin, so I was just gapping it between my 20 and my 40-yard pin. And when I released the arrow, he ducked it. So I hit him in the spine, which is not the most ideal shot. I feel terrible about that, but at least he went down. So I guess we'll go ahead and hop on down, and we'll go take a look at him, and start on the real work starts now. Start getting him out of here, because it's not gonna be easy to get him out of there. So I can either take him that way and go through a super deep ravine with some running water, or I can drag him this way through the woods. So I think this is gonna be the better option. But yeah, so we'll hop on down, go take a look at him, and start getting him out of here. All right, well, here he is. So I'm still in disbelief. I can't believe it worked out like that. This is our first year out here hunting in Oklahoma. So I didn't have a whole lot of idea of where to go or anything. So we did a little bit of scouting back in like September, late October, and then didn't get to come out at all during October. So this is only our second weekend out here hunting. So it's crazy, but it was a good time. So we had a little bit of a cold front come through a couple days ago, and we knew there was a good chance the deer were going to be moving today. So came out here late last night, didn't get here until around 10 o'clock last night. Got camp all set up, and it got down to 35 degrees this morning, which that's the coldest it's been so far this year. So like I said, we knew there was a good chance that the deer were going to be moving with that cold front coming in. So yeah, this is my first time sitting at this spot. I've never sat at this spot before. Last time we were out here 2 weekends ago, and I did a little bit of scouting after hunting, and I thought this looked like a pretty good place. It's kind of in between two little mountains, and there's a lot of brush on either side. And I was sitting down in the ravine, kind of in between the two little tops. And yeah, it didn't take long. I think it was around maybe 8:30 or so. I had some doe come through, and they ended up spooking, running back up off the hill. Which one of them stayed around. They definitely saw me, but I guess they just didn't really know what I was. They just knew I wasn't supposed to be there. But one of the does stayed around. The other ones ran back up where they came from. And I don't know, maybe 15 minutes later, I hear one coming back down the hill. Is another one of the does. She come on right behind me, and I could hear him up on top of the hill grunting. I don't know if you'll be able to hear it on the camera or not. I haven't looked at it yet, but I could hear him grunting up on top of the hill. I figured there was probably going to be a buck coming in, so I tried to get my camera ready, get my bow all ready. He comes in, gets it almost right underneath me at like 5 yards. I had too much clothes on, and with it being cold, I was struggling to get my bow back, and he busted me. Luckily, he only ran about 20 yards and stared at me for about a minute or so, or what felt like at least a minute, and started circling around, gave him a little grunt call, and it was just enough to get him curious again. Came into my little hole where I had a little shooting window, and that was the end of it right there. So I can't be more pleased with it. I had this buck on camera about a week ago, and I told my brother last night, we were looking at pictures that we have out here, and I was like, man, I don't know if I see that buck, I don't know if I'm gonna shoot him. And after seeing him now, I don't know why I didn't think I'd want to shoot him, because he's a heck of a buck. So got real good mass on him, good width, really good main beam length. He's just not real tall on his G2s, G3s, but he's an old mature buck. So that's my main goal that I'm out here for. So I can't be more happy. So I appreciate you guys watching, and hope to see you next time. And I still got one more tag left for out here, so if I shoot another one, it's gonna be a giant. So we got 2 more days we're gonna be hunting out here, and we'll see what happens. Yeah, like I said, I got one more tag, so hopefully we get lucky again. So once again, this is Jacob from Infinite Hunt Outdoors with Team Texas, and we appreciate y'all watching, and we look forward to seeing y'all next time.